Test, test, test. What's going on, yo? What's going on? Let me know how we sounding. Let me know how we sounding. So GJ took off last night. So if y'all was in the live stream yesterday, I remember it was talking about GJ sales here. This is what it did during London session. Did a decent move, consolidated, did a retest last night at 8:30 going to 9 o'clock. Then you see it broke through that level at 2. Did a retest at 2:30, was looking for the sell setup going into London session, but it took off without us. So it is what it is. So we're just going to wait for price to retrace and retest 198.45 as resistance. And then we're going to look for sales going back to the downside. Or if it breaks below and holds 197.90 as resistance, we'll look for sales going there. Let me check the volume here. There we go. But if y'all was in the live stream yesterday, or if y'all watched this week's Sunday chart analysis, where is it at? A lot of charts have been going as projected. So if you have not watched this week's Sunday chart analysis, make sure to check that out. But if it wasn't yesterday's live stream, US30 played out. Then the move was talking about twice. Did it at the beginning of New York session, and then did it again towards the end of New York session. NAS did not meet our confirmations, right? We was talking about was looking for buys at this level. It did a quick move later on in the day, but it didn't hold that level at the beginning of New York or the middle of New York price. The price reacted level. But at 3 o'clock, it did move really quick. It did see our price react to the level. Then we had a reversal take place. Gold, remember I told y'all to look for buys. So if y'all went into New York session looking for sales, you would have got fucked up. Right, again, price did retrace during London session, but if y'all was on yesterday's live stream, I told y'all to look for buys on gold at 38.04, 38.06, as well as at 38.36. You would have went for a buy here. You could have caught these nice setups right here. GU, when that's projected yesterday as well. So there were setups all over the place. Did the move twice we was looking for. Caught a nice 1 or 2 on that, which is not bad at all. And then GJ when that's projected. So literally every single chart yesterday when that's projected. Again, this would have been a nice move to have got into, but it took off without us. So it is what it is. We know we don't chase trades over here, but at least I know my analysis was correct. So as far as what we're looking for today, just dropped a new video for y'all yesterday, by the way. Make sure to check that out after the live stream is over if you have not already. But it's also a new month, so I got to do a new recap of the month and quarter, which I'm going to post how we did last month later on today. Probably going to do that at the beginning of New York session. And then probably Friday, I'll do the recap of the quarter. All right, but this is how we did quarter 2. I mean, this is how we did quarter 2. Going to be doing a recap how we did quarter 3. But like always, make sure to hit that first link in the description for the free signal free Telegram. You see how we did. So we wrapped up the last days of the month. We took a W yesterday, took a W Monday. Then we went 4-0 last week. We went 6-1 the week before that. Then we went 3-1 the week before that. And then the first week of September. So I think we only lost 2 or 3 trades this month. I'm gonna tally it up, but that's not bad nonetheless. Had a 92% win rate the month prior to that, 89% win rate prior to that. So again, we average a high 80-90% win rate on a weekly, monthly, and quarterly basis. How we ended quarter 2 with 52-6 because 90% win rate. So I'm going to tally up to see how we did quarter 3 to see how we did compared to quarter 2 and quarter 1. Because quarter 2 we had a 90% win rate, and then quarter 1 we also had a 90% win rate. So we're going to see what we did quarter 3. But like always, y'all make sure to like the live and subscribe if you're not subscribed already. We're almost at 3,900 subscribers. We can get to that easily. Yeah, GJ is tanky, y'all. It's doing a move without us. Again, it did this retest later at 2:15, 2:30. As you know, we went live at 3 o'clock. So we would have missed that setup there. So sometimes things do play out a little bit before London session. That does happen sometimes, especially when we have news events like ADP. So this is why, again, I always tell y'all when there's news events, don't be scared to trade. Right? You either trade before the news, which Tokyo or London session, or you trade after the news, right? Because we got news at 8:15. Going to be going live with the members and students later on today. Told y'all last night we was going to do that, so make sure to be on the lookout for that link. Then we also got news at 10 a.m. All right, so it's going to be a very interesting day today because a lot of the charts, as we can see, have been retracing are in reversal territory. US30 is on the last line of defense. Again, we need to hold 46,120 as support. And if we break past and hold 46,100 as resistance, which we see US30 failed to do last time, we will have the downtrend come into play, right? But if we can maintain this level as support, we are still technically bullish. Same thing on NAS100. So I'm not really going to be going for sells at this level of NAS100. If we break below 24,380, we can look for sells. But US NAS 100 kind of similar situation, right? This is the last line of defense. So as long as we can maintain 24,500 as support, we are still technically bullish. But if we do break below 24,390, hold as resistance, I will look for possible sells. Gold, really gold alone, because again, it's at the all-time highs. So I don't really care what gold does today. In a perfect world, we'll get some retracements so we can catch some more buys Thursday and Friday. In GU, we're in reversal territory as well, right? We failed to break Monday and yesterday below and hold 34.20 as resistance, right? Which caused the reversal. So we're in reversal territory. So we're just going to let GU do its thing, right? We are still bearish, but I'm only going to look for sells if we break back below 34.45 and hold that as resistance. But if we break above 3,500 and hold that support, we're going to be looking for buys again. So we're just going to be again, it's just patience game. Just going to be letting these charts do their thing. Only one that was a valid setup was GJ, but it took off without us. So again, we're either going to wait for a retracement or wait for the next level to be broken and held, and then we're going to look for sells there. So that's what's going on right now, y'all. We got a new 15, a new 5-minute about to pop up in a little bit. If you guys got any questions, drop them in the chat. When looking at any charts, drop them in the chat. But you already know the drill. We're just chilling, patiently waiting right now. What's up, Flax? I see you up in here. Flax, I see you up in here. What's going on, G Money? You the GOAT, bro. What do you think of me booking a one-on-one session with you, but I don't have any trading experience? That's completely fine. That's why I do the one-on-one sessions. The one-on-one sessions, you don't have to have any trading experience. It's actually best if you don't have any trading experience. And what I mean by that is because that way you don't have to get deprogrammed from a lot of the bad information online, right? Because you'll see this a lot when I go live on TikTok, right? I'll break something down to the T, super simple, but then people will blink twice and be like, oh, that's a FVG on a PQRS, whatever. I'm like, no, that's not what we're doing here, right? So it's best if you have a little experience, but even if you do have some experience, that just makes it easier as well because we just have to tweak some things. But that's what the one-on-one sessions are for. I literally start from the beginning and focus on what your goals are. Also, I teach you how to read the charts the way I do. I teach you how to mark off my key price levels. I teach you how to enter trades, exit trades. I teach you about risk management. I teach you how to scale trades based on your personal goals of trading, right? Anybody that's done one-on-one sessions with me, you know, the first thing we do in our first session is first figure out what your experience is, and then I ask you to tell me what your goals are with trading. That way, the one-on-one sessions are based and revolved around that. So with the one-on-one sessions, you get access to the advanced play signal room as well as one session a week. Each session is 1 hour long. Yes, 1 hour, not 30 minutes, not 20 minutes. Each session is recorded and sent to you the same day. Those recordings are yours to keep for life. So it is definitely a huge return on your investment because you get literally hours of game sent to you every single week to go over for life, as well as you get signals so you can see how the method to the madness works and all that good stuff. So definitely be interested in that. Make sure to take advantage of the sale because one-on-one sessions is on discount as well. Let me pull up the discount code again. Y'all know I don't like to spam that shit too much, but I did post it like a day or two, right? So again, if you want to join the Advanced Place 2 one-on-one sessions, it's 25% off for the end of the summer sale. Use discount code locked in. And if you want to join Playmaker University, 40% off, use discount code Playbook. But y'all, we're about to see what this next 15 looks like. Again, y'all, we do not chase price. We do not FOMO. There's no reason to take a shitty entry on this setup when we're up for the week. We're up from last month. There's no reason to do shitty things to break our rules just to catch a couple of pips, right? Whenever you miss a setup and it's going as projected, just do what I do. Like, okay, at least I know my analysis was correct. So the next time I see my confirmations with it, I'm gonna have even more confidence to take that setup. Well, this is a nasty rejection on GU. That's a nasty rejection on GU. Not against going for a seller here again. Not against going for a seller again. Notice how NAS is reacting to this level right here. Notice how US30 is reacting to this level. So yeah, I'm mainly going to be paying attention to GU, GJ, and then depending on how price plays out on going into ADP and 930 open, might see some US30 in that setup. So we can see US30 still respecting this level of support. So we could look for a buy setup here. As you can see, prices pushing up. But I'd much rather see price break back above one of these two levels and look for buys. Because I know if we can hold one of these two levels, we'll have a higher likelihood of seeing price try to make a new higher high, not just see price push to the upside, right? And again, you see how price is reacting to this level here. Right, same setups we caught the last couple of weeks, Monday and Friday. I didn't see NAS pushing up as well. So like I said, US30 and NAS are still technically bullish. They're just super close to reversal territory, which is why I want to see them push up a little bit more before I take setups on those. Let's see if GJ is going to retrace for us. If you guys got any questions, drop them in the chat. When we look in the chart, drop in the chat. So it's already did a decent move for today. So again, we do have a big rejection, and we did just shoot back below this consolidation. So we need to hold below this level for the downtrend to come into play. If we get sucked back into this, we're going to be stuck in Chop City or playing Ring Around the Rosie. Again, this is why we was looking for buys strictly above this level, looking for sell strictly below this level. Did a nice push to the downside. So we're going to be looking for a retest here. And we're going to catch another signal. Yeah, some nice drop. Look for a retracement. Just dropped a new video for y'all yesterday. Make sure to check that out after the live is over. And again, if you do know how to trade news, make sure to check out how to trade news playlist. If you're a member or student, y'all can do one even better. Just check out last week's live streams on Thursday and Friday. Those are perfect examples, as well as you can explore literally all this year and last year's past recordings as well. Tons of data and information. Where is this video? Let me find it really quick. Make sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok as well. Y'all see that scrolling at the bottom of y'all screens. Instagram, Playmaker_Way, TikTok, _PlaymakerWay_. Post daily on both pages. I got some new videos lined up for y'all today as well. Let me catch you to this chat. Let's see what else we got going on. Yeah, just let me know once you join. Let me know once you join. Those just joined the stream, we have not entered these trades yet. These are just trade ideas. We have not entered these trades. Make sure to hit that first link in the description. Join the free signal, free Telegram. Let's see what we got going on here. If you guys got any questions, drop in the chat. When we look at any charts, drop in the chat. Again, we got the infamous ADP popping off today at 8:15. Going to be going live with the members and students during that. We are now officially in Q4, the last 3 months of the year. We also have 10 a.m. news today as well. We're paying attention to GU and GJ right now. GJ took off without us 30 minutes before London session, so we're either waiting for a retracement, a retest at 198.45, and look for sales going down to 197.90, or we hold 197.90 as resistance. We look for sales going to 197.45. But we're looking for sales nonetheless, as long as we can maintain and stay below 199.05. We're going to be looking for sales. GU, we caught some nice sales setups Monday and Tuesday. I'm looking for sales again. If we could hold 34.45 as resistance, we're looking for sales going down to 34.25 again. Y'all was in yesterday's live stream or watched the Sunday chart analysis. A bunch of charts went as projected. US30 did the moves we was talking about. NAS did not until the very last minute. Gold did exactly what we was talking about as well, to the T, as well as GU obviously and GJ. What's going on? Damn, look, I just know what it takes. We need to be a full-time trader. Just want to know what it takes. You feel me, to be a full-time trader? Like how much hours you be grinding and how much bread you can consistently make. Yeah, so what it takes is I made a couple videos. I dropped one yesterday on TikTok. I'm gonna drop it on Instagram later. So make sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok. You'll see that scroll at the bottom of the screen underneath the comments. TikTok usually gets videos before Instagram, so you'll see videos on TikTok before Instagram, but I do post every day on both pages. But the post that's gonna be dropping, one of the posts that's gonna be dropping today or tomorrow, Instagram, I dropped yesterday and got some more dropping later on today. But everybody's learning curve is different. But what it really takes to be a profitable trader is, like you said, it does take time, because I say this all the time. Like for me, when I was in school, growing up and all that shit, like I never took notes. I never studied in class, none of that shit, right? But with trading, I actually had to put some effort into study and learn this shit, right? Because with trading, once you understand how the charts work, it's literally you versus you. You have to break bad habits, replace them with good habits. You got to have self control and discipline. Like, if you take a win for the day, you got to get the fuck off the charts. If you take an L, do what your trading plan says, but you don't want to crash out and revenge trade. Like, there's a lot of stuff that comes to it. But trading is very simple. The hard part is us as individuals that make it hard. You get what I'm saying? But it does take time. Like, again, I've been doing this shit for a minute. This is why I tell y'all to join the free signal for Telegram. Because I get people all the time. I'm like, oh, this, that, and the third. But again, we've been doing this shit since 2022. You know what I'm saying? Go all the way down to 2022. But even if you go to, I'm on my YouTube channel right now. When you go to my YouTube channel, you go to live, right? And then you go switch from recent to oldest. And you look at any of my old, like one of the first few live streams, you're going to see a huge difference trend wise, pair wise, as well as how I used to go about this, right? So, you're going to improve and evolve as a trader, but you do have to put that time in initially, which is why I always tell people review every single trade, don't waste the weekend, et cetera, because trading, you literally have to put that effort and work in to improve. Because if you don't, you're going to be stuck at level one. You're going to blink and a year is going to pass. You're going to blink, another year is going to pass. You're going to blink, another year is going to pass. You're wondering why everybody else is lapping you, but you're still stuck struggling with the same thing you're struggling with for a year. And it's because you have not put the effort in and work to replace the bad habits with good habits, to have self-control and discipline, right? Like, it's not, like, it's simple, but it takes a bit of patience, right? Which is why I always tell people to practice on a demo account. But the first thing you have to understand is how to read the charts, right? I tell the members and students all the time, we make money based off the charts, we lose money based off the charts. So the first thing you have to do is understand how the charts work. If you don't understand how the charts work, you're always going to be late to the party or lost in the sauce, right? But if we go to, I went down here for a reason. I went down here for a reason. Right? Like, look, like, this is like all the way in 2022, right? This is what my charts used to look like. Like, this is not what my charts look like right now. Uneven levels, not color coordinated, right? This is what my levels look like now, super precise, super accurate, right? So again, that's showing you that even when I first started the playbook, I still improve and evolve. Every year, if not multiple times a year, I update and revamp Playmaker University. Why? Because I'm always improving and learning and updating how I trade and go about the market. You know what I'm saying? Yes. Every day I review my trades. Every week I review my trade, right? So when I learn something, or I pick something else up, or I stop doing something, or I find something that works a little bit better, I'm gonna let the members know, and I'm gonna apply that as well, right? So again, this is why I always tell people, join the free Telegram, explore the channels, because again, there's no making shit up. We literally been doing this for a long time, but you can also see the improvements as well as the consistency from 2022. You know what I mean? Got a new 5 minute about to pop up in a little bit. If you guys got any questions, drop them in the chat. When we look at your charts, drop in the chat. Make sure to like the live. Appreciate those that like the live. Let's make sure to subscribe as well, y'all. We're almost at 3,900 subscribers. We can get to that easily. We're slowly going up. Like I said, we're taking over the trading space. Your favorite traders be watching. and we're eating. Going to be doing a recap of how we did last month later on today. I'm probably going to be posting that at the beginning of New York session. But spoiler, we went absolutely crazy. We lost like either 2 or 3 trades. I'm going to calculate and confirm that later on today. But I think we lost like 2 or 3 trades last month, which is not bad at all. And we ended the month on a great note. We went 4-0 last week. We took a W Monday. We took a W yesterday. So we ended the month on a great note. Yeah, these charts are just chilling. So you know how I do, y'all. We don't see any action between now and 6 a.m. I'm waiting till after ADP plays out. Going to be going live with the members and students today. Going to see how ADP plays out. We're breaking down the trades we took this week. And then we're going to see what 9:30, 10 a.m. has got in store for us. Let's see what we got going on. What prop firms I trade with? I use funding pips. Let me drop the link in the chat. I got you. And for those that don't know how to trade prop firms, I also got a video breaking down how to do that as well. I'm gonna drop that in the chat for y'all also, but I'm gonna drop the link in the chat to the one I use. It's cheaper than FTMO. I have no issues with getting payouts. Customer support is always on it. I've been using them since literally like 2023 or 2024. I got other members of students that use them as well. Literally have no issues with them. Let me try to find that video really quick. Here it is. And here's the website. I'm pretty sure you can get it. I think you get like 5%, 10% off if you use this link. But yeah, if you use that link, you'll get a discount as well on your first challenge. Now, I do the 2-step. If you do not know what you're doing, I definitely do not recommend the 1-step or the express or whatever the fuck they call it, the 0-step. You know, they all got different names. I do not recommend those because if you do the 0-step one, the rules are completely different from the classic 2-step. One, they got that stupid ass consistency shit like they do with all the futures prop firms that be fucking people. Speaking of the futures prop firms, I don't know what the fuck is the Top Step hype. I started watching and listening to the people that be trading with Top Step. And if you trade with Top Step, let me know, bro. Cause let me know if I'm tripping because we do not have this on the Forex side. Or maybe it's just because y'all are doing the express accounts. But there's the whole consistency rule. Then there's the activation fee. Like when you pass a prop firm on the Forex side, at least the prop firms I use, there is no activation fee. Once you pass, you get your credentials. You just gotta not violate the rules. But I did notice on the 0-step one they do have a consistency rule and all that other bullshit. So I think that's probably what it is when y'all do the express accounts, but y'all just take your time and do the 2 steps. You don't have to do all that bullshit, and the rules are a lot less strict, right? Because with the 0-step and the 1-step, the rules are a lot more strict. You don't get as much from the payouts as you would if you just did the 2-step. You can't trade news events. You can't do a lot of shit that you can do on the 2-step account. And then on top of that, the rules are a lot more strict and the payouts are smaller. So it's like there's literally no point in doing that shit, especially if you can pass an express, you should be able to pass a 2-step. It's just simply impatience. But if you do the 2-step, not only is it cheaper than FTMO and all these other prop firms, But depending on the payout you choose, monthly, weekly, or bi-weekly, you can get a way bigger percentage of the payout. It's a lot cheaper. The rules are a lot less strict and all that good stuff. So, of course, before you purchase, make sure to read the rules and the fine print, because the rules are important. Because with prop firms, if you violate, they're not going to just give you a warning. They're going to close the account, take your money, right? So definitely don't just buy a prop firm just to buy one. Make sure to have a game plan, an actual accurate strategy that works. Because if not, you're just going to be giving your money away. Just keeping it a buck. Got any 5 minutes, about to pop up in a little bit. Let's see what else we got going on here. I mean, I feel you. Like I said, like even if you're not in the lives when I'm live, literally after I end the live, the recording is uploaded on YouTube. Especially if you click the link from the Telegram, you'll be like, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I tell people, like, even if you can't be in the London session live, watch the recording, right? There's no excuse, right? Because again, the London session live is still good information to watch in the live stream, because you get to see, one, good questions get answered, two, you get to see realistic trading scenarios and conditions, right? You get to see what it looks like for example, we missed a setup. You see how I react when we miss the setup, right? You also get to see what it looks like to wait for retest confirmations. You also get to see process of elimination and me pick the trades I look for, projections, all that good stuff. But also, like I always say, just like with the Sunday chart analysis, my projections aren't just for London session, right? So a lot of people think that because I go live London session, I go trade New York session. We trade New York session. I do analysis during New York session. I give setups out during New York session, as well as I call signals out during New York session as well. Right, just like the Sunday chart analysis. That's not just what I see price doing Sunday. So, like I tell the members of students once they join, for y'all that aren't members or students, everything I post, I highly recommend. I tell the members of students straight up to do it, but those that's watching this, you're not a member of student, I'm not going to make y'all do shit. Y'all can do what the fuck y'all want, but I highly recommend y'all watch every video I drop. I watch the live streams, read every post I post, because again, I'm never just posting or making videos for kicks and giggles. Every video I post, every message I send, everything I send, even on TikTok and Instagram, every video I post is game and it's going to help you find setup or understand trading better. Those that watch the videos know. Those that miss out, y'all miss out, right? I say it all the time. I don't just be saying a lot of stuff is not projected today and Sunday chart analysis, London session live. You're not watching, you're tuning in, you're missing out. I don't just say that just to say that. Right? When I do the recap of the day, when I say we broke this trade down as well as other setups that when I today's live, watch the full stream here. I'm not just saying that because I want views on YouTube. I'm literally telling you all the truth, which is why it's so hilarious. Not you, but when people be like, "Oh, you're lying, bro. You're making shit up," or "You didn't predict the news, you didn't call this out," when it's literally fucking documented live on YouTube. Like, but again, yesterday's live stream, we talked about gold buys during the London session live. Did those play out during London session? No, that played out pre-New York and New York session, right? So if you go to watch the live stream yesterday, you could have caught these setups, right? If you was in the live stream yesterday, you could have caught these setups, right? And if you was in live stream yesterday, you also could have caught this setup. You also could have caught this setup, right? And a lot of these played out during New York session. You know what I'm saying? But I also sent these out to the members of students pre-New York also. If you watch my Instagram or TikTok story, you already know what I'm talking about, right? But if we go into yesterday, right? I dropped these screenshots. I dropped all these screenshots prior to. Wait, you can't see that. Let me get rid of that. Before New York, right? You see, I dropped this at 7:08 a.m. I said GU's back in profit. Setups we're looking for going into New York session. Got news at 10 a.m. You see, I dropped this at 7:08 a.m. Again, I cannot make this up. Same date as yesterday. You see the screenshot. I showed US30. I said we can hold this level as support. We're looking for buys. I said if NAS can break above this level and hold it as support, we're looking for buys. I said gold just broke this level. Look for retest. We're looking for buys. If hold this level as support, we're looking for buys. Again, look at the market structure to the left. Look what I said we're going to be seeing happen. Again, I dropped this at 7 a.m. an hour before New York opened, 2 hours before 9:30. Look what gold did. Whoops, that's not good. Look what gold did. Again, I want y'all to pay attention. Look, you see how price pushed up. Look how I retested, pushed up. Did it retest? Pushed up. Did it retest? Pushed up. All right. US30 broke above. Said below this lower support. We're looking for buys. What did US30 do? Again, I dropped that at 7 a.m. This is the 7 a.m. candlestick. Price broke above. Did a retest. 8 a.m. on the dot. New York open. What did price do? Push to the upside. Right? And later on that day, did the same move again. NAS, again, what did we say with NAS100? Said if we can hold this low as support, just like I said in the London session live, I said we can see buys here. But what did I say in yesterday's live stream? I said I'd much rather look for buys here because if we can hold this low as support, price is most likely going to have the bullish momentum come into play. What did NAS100 do here? Again, let's look at the time. 8 a.m. Right, we dropped this at 7 a.m. 8 a.m. Price failed to hold. This is again why we don't breakout trade. It wasn't until 3 o'clock that price broke and retested, did the move we looked for the day prior. Right, so again, we really do this shit over here, y'all. It's called the playbook for a reason. So if you're not a member or student, you definitely need to watch the live streams because you're not going to get updated and notified in real time and stuff like that unless you're behind the scenes. But again, all these setups, even those screenshots we talked about on the Sunday chart analysis and prior to all the stuff playing out in the London session lives. All right, we're going to be on for a little bit longer, y'all. If you guys got any questions, drop them in the chat. When looking at any charts, drop them in the chat. But again, it is ADP today. So most likely going to be chilling up until 8:15 New York Open. And the only setup that really played out that I was looking for was GJ, but we missed it, which is part of the game. Not going to catch every setup. You're asking about US30 wise. So US30 and NAS, they're on the last line of defense. We are still technically bullish. So with US30, we need to maintain like we are right now, 46 to 100 as support. As long as we can hold 46 to 100 as support, we are still bullish. But we need to break back above it, hold 46 to 80 as support for a possible new higher high to get made, and for us to rise back up to 46.30. Right now, punches in a similar situation, where we have reversals taking place. The same thing, we can maintain and hold 24,500 support. We are still bullish, but for the uptrend to come back into play and really continue and see a possible new higher high come into play, we're going to need to break back above and hold 24,660 as support. So that's what's going on with US30 and NAS100. All right, y'all. So yeah, we're gonna let these charts play out. Gonna be back on the charts with the members at New York session. Again, if you do not understand how to trade news, either use the discount codes and join Playmaker University or the Advanced Way Signal so you can see how we do things behind the scenes, or check out the How to Trade News playlist on this YouTube channel. Make sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok. Y'all see that scrolling at the bottom of y'all screens. Make sure to hit that first link in the description. Join free signal from Telegram. Y'all see my screens how we did not last month and last quarter, because we're in a new month and quarter. So I'm gonna be updating that by the end of the week. Well, probably next week we'll be updated. The monthly recap will be updated tomorrow, but the quarter, I'm going to do the recap of the quarter on Friday, so that will be updated until next week. But again, all you got to do is hit that first link in the description so you can see. Well, that's not the first link in the description. Let me show you the first link in the description. And that was an old signal, so nobody take that setup. That was an old signal. But hit that first link in the description, you can see some for yourselves how we did. Shout out to everybody in the live. Shout out to everybody in the live system. Shout out to everybody in the live system join. Make sure you hit that first link to join free Telegram. If you're interested in how to identify these levels, my signals course, my mentorship program, and all to do, make sure to put links in the description. If you want to contact me directly, you can DM me on Instagram or TikTok. I respond to all messages. And yeah, we'll be back at the same time tomorrow. London session EST.